Yes, I
Ace is
commentated that one.
confirmed.
Hmm?
It was a chat thing. Ace is Sebulba. You heard it here
Yes.
first.
Ace is entirely our version of Sebulba. But
And
we are
we're
getting
off.
right into it. I have no game audio, but we can work with that for now. Alright, so we're going to wait for Nacho's stream to get synced up. It does, however, look like they are dead even through this first bit, as far as I can tell. Maybe about half a second lead for Ace. Nacho holds that boost, which is pretty tricky. Ace does not. That boost after the ramp outside field does have a bit of a bump, so it's very tricky to hold, and we're getting synced up now. Still slightly off, but much closer. And let's see, this S-bend is make or break. Nacho bonks, Ace does not, so that's going to put Ace slightly ahead coming out of this lap. 55-15, 53-81, so a little over a second ahead for Ace.
Yeah.
Actually, probably about 1.5. Let's see. Oh, there's the game audio.
Doesn't need all from this flooding in.
Yeah.
Ace goes over the ramp. Oh, he actually holds the boost over the
Yeah.
ramp.
Okay, then.
You can do that. It always puts me off.
Yeah, there are some little tricks towards holding those boosts. I don't quite get it, but a lot of times you can manipulate it by going into the wall if it's a slant like that.
Didn't look like he hit a wall. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I just missed it.
It all depends on your landing, though.
Yeah.
There are plenty of surfaces that if you land on them, you can hold boosts on much trickier things, and Nacho bonks there again. This figure 8 is very difficult on Ben. It is very, very hard.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Are they like cutting their engines at all? I always have to do that to get.
They are not.
So bad.
Yes, they are not cutting their engines. What they are doing is sliding very aggressively and releasing nose up. So their handling is much better than you would expect from a Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nacho does still have a shot here. Ace just has to either mess up this hill climb or mess up that figure 8 at the end, both of which are completely possible. The hill climb was good.
Yeah, like 2 seconds ahead right now.
Yes.
Something like that.
However, messing up this S-bend is totally possible. Does not look like he did it. That's a 2:38 from Ace. That is a very solid
Nacho
time.
hits the corner again. Yeah.
2:43 though. That is a perfectly respectable time. That is a little faster than my PB.
Yeah, about 10 seconds faster than mine, I think.
Okay, Grabvine has been banned. Disappointing. Boom to Training and Mongaza Speedway banned from Ace. That is an odd choice for this matchup. He's much stronger than Nacho on both of those.
I wonder if he's just daring Nacho to try one of the harder tracks.
And Fire Mountain Rally as well from Nacho. We're not getting much Barunda in this tournament, and that's sad.
Who will the pod ban be?
I'm not sure. I don't think the pod ban matters too much against Ace.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it might be best to just do what I did against Mikey, ban Bozzy and play Ben.
Oh, he bans Ben.
Okay, not super surprising. It is much easier to handle Mahonic and Bowls in a lot of cases.
Alright, Spice Mine is banned for the
I actually really like this angle from Ace, now I'm thinking about it. Banning out the amateur circuit, since that is Nacho's main strength.
Yeah.
Since Nacho is currently the world record holder in amateur circuit no upgrades, full circuit runs. Right, where's Nacho going to take us? I could see another Aquilaris track.
Abyss.
Oh no, we're going straight to Abyss. All right, Nacho.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah, so this track is arguably the hardest in the game. You could make a strong case for it.
Yep, Nacho says he's going to go Bulls. Not surprising at all. That's who he's been favoring all tournament long.
Yep. Now the big thing with Abyss, is the track splits into 2 levels for the first third. If you fall onto the lower level, you lose 30 seconds and there's nothing you can do about it.
So I actually haven't seen Mars Glow at all. How would you compare him versus Bulls?
Mars handles much better and can hold his boost longer, but his boost thrust is not as high. He's also a much wider pod, which does lead to some trouble on certain tracks. Not really this one, but both pods can do this track just fine. Mars is just a slightly safer option through the 2 big, dangerous bends in the split level segment.
See,
that's a really nice sync.
I know you can climb. Can both of them do the thing where you climb back up the wall from the bottom to the top?
Yes, every pod in the game can do that.
Every pod?
As far as I'm aware, Bullseye has some trouble doing it, just because he's so fragile.
And Ace is able to take the turn much faster than Nacho is.
Yeah. However, Nacho's boosting is where he makes up time with this matchup. Whoa! And Nacho just rides right out of the tube.
Ooh.
That is a major risk with this track.
I did not actually know you could do that, but then again, I refuse to play this one.
Which is completely fair. I almost never play it either. But yes, this track has a lot of dangerous spots.
Yeah, and then
That being one of them. Let's see, Ace made it to the first bend clean. Ace actually fell down. If he doesn't make this climb, Nacho's got a huge chance here.
ooh, he's having some trouble.
And he respawned on the lower track.
Ooh.
That's massive. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ace just doesn't know the lower track either, so he might die more than once and actually lose more time. He did crash once already.
Yep, and he's bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, Ace does not know this split. And Nacho with a much cleaner lap 2 as well. Nacho's ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ace with another death. This is uncharacteristic.
Tilted.
Or lack of tilting, because
Yeah.
that would have saved him on a couple of those. But that is massive. If Nacho stays up and doesn't die more than once, okay, Nacho drops. That's a bit of a commentator curse. If he makes the climb and he dies, places him low again. He's got one more real chance at making the climb. Nope.
You're a couple seconds ahead. Let me reload the stream.
Yep. And Ace retakes the lead off of that mistake from Nacho, and that's almost guaranteed going to be it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, not losing 30 seconds on this bottom portion is almost impossible to recover from. Nacho's doing better than Ace did on the bottom portion, funnily enough.
Maybe he has some prior experience, and he dies.
Yep. This game has been the worst commentator curse example I've ever encountered. Ace going for the out of bounds finish, and he gets it. That's a really nice time from Ace. A sub 50 lap 3.
Yeah, there's on some of the tracks on this planet, there's a thing where it is very slightly faster to fly off the ramp and die for your last lap than to actually go through the gate.
Yep. But hey, Nacho's shown he came to play.
Yeah. He's doing much better than his Lightning Pirate too. He was dying a lot in the Lightning Pirate match.
Yeah.
Like almost like 2 deaths a lap. Probably a bit less than that, but 332. What was Aces? I didn't
258.
before he tabbed out.
Yeah, it's still showing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ace's game, he's one of the ones among us whose game doesn't actually save his lap records.
Ah.
And none of us are quite sure why. There's a few players with that problem. But we're going to Vengeance with no Ben.
No,
Both using bowls.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. They are both very strong on this track. Ace is currently the world record holder for the IL, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to double check that.
It'd be pretty exciting. This is a pretty interesting track. I'm remembering
Yes.
which one it is.
It's the one you were practicing last night.
Yeah.
Alright, Ace is second on leaderboards behind Cobalt. Now, this has the easiest example of what we call the UVU tubes. Still not particularly simple, but nothing too crazy. It's relatively straightforward, just rocks floating in an anti-gravity tube you're going through. Gotta dodge around them. It's actually, at the level these runners are at, the more difficult part is this front half and the cave at the very end. These guys should be able to make it through the tubes deathless very consistently. Nacho going double right, which is faster if you don't die, but it's not by much. But as I said, it's this front half. It is this front half that is much more dangerous. This hairpin Nacho's going into is pretty tough. He makes it, a little bit of a wall grind, and Ace is in the tunnels right now. And as you can see, they're a little crazy fast. You have to rely pretty heavily on memorizing where the rocks are. And, oof, Nacho clips one of the indestructible ones. There's, I think, 3 indestructible rocks through this entire tube segment. If you touch them, you're almost guaranteed to die. It is a much harder track on this upgrade setup than he's used to with no upgrades on Amateur Circuit.
It's interesting how streaming makes the rocks almost invisible on our end.
Yes, we're watching a very low bitrate stream for the commentary end. Oof, that is a 118 with max upgrade bowls. That is actually slower than you can get, I believe, with no upgrade speedo. Ah, Nacho oversteering slightly again. He's having a rough go of it on a lot of these. Let's see, Ace going through the tubes again. Looking very good so far.
Yeah.
Go through. Okay, he gets past what we call the soft lock rock.
Is that the alt-tab one?
Yep. It used to be thought of as a soft lock to get to respawn and get stuck in that rock, because for some reason the game can just respawn you in it. Oh, Nacho got very lucky and hit one of the destructible rocks that time. But apparently, if you alt-tab out of the game and then tab back in, it just lets you out of the rock. None of us quite understand it, but hey, if it works, it works. But this is...
Spaghetti, don't know how that stuff saves our lives.
Yeah, no. This is looking dominant from Ace on this track. Looks like it's going to be a sub 315 with bowls. Provided he doesn't die. And he dies. What is it with this game and Commentator's Curse? It is so much worse than anything else I've ever worked on.
Let's keep you on your toes. Gotta stop making any statements.
And that's still a 318. That is pretty solid with a death for bowls. Oh, Nacho's just having a bad time in these tunnels. This is going to be the soft lock rock, and he knows the tab. He knows to tab out. And there we go. Also, when you tab out, sometimes the game gets you stuck in the backwards-facing camera. Just press tab again.
He ain't, though. He isn't about the looking forward life, and dies again.
Oh, that was exciting. Let's see where we're going and who we're banning. Alright, Ben's just off the table this match.
Yep.
And with Grab Mine and Fire Mountain off the table, it's likely that Bullseye is off the table as well. Inferno off the table. Okay.
Going to Howler Gorge.
That's a fun one. It's a tricky one to bring Ace to. He did spend a lot of time last week grinding that. Or recently.
Expecting another Bull's Mirror.
Yeah, Bowls is tricky to play here, but totally fine. Ace might go Mahonic. No, he's sticking with Bowls. Okay, I know Ace really likes playing Mahonic.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see it, though, because Nacho really likes the Bulls, so I'm expecting his track picks are probably around that. And,
Howler's not really a Bowls track, though. Those hairpins are tough. Though, as Mikey in chat will correct me, they are totally doable, as we saw him do on Andobi Mountain Run, but... Oh, those hairpins can be brutal with him. Ah, and there we have the 7th instance of the monster logo joke out of chat. But yeah, the 3 on the countdown is literally just the monster logo, and I do kind of love it.
I don't know, but I'm going to assume so, because the 90s were terrible. So I'm just going to assume that's from what Monster is from.
Yeah. It is quite possible.
I know, like, actually I was looking up in Mountain View, it's from, like, way long ago.
Yeah.
Like the 50s, I think?
Why were you looking that up?
I don't know. I love Mountain View.
Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored, by the way. He's just an idiot. Very clean hairpin from Ace. Couple of bonks out of Nacho.
Is there any reason why you want to come down exactly there on Bulls? You could have gone way farther.
Whenever you're in the air, you are slowed down. You just consistently decelerate.
Okay.
So you want to land as early as possible that is safe, and that actually minimizes your airtime to land right there. It also, at least I feel, leads to a smoother landing. I don't have evidence to back that up. But I've taken a lot of engine damage when I've landed elsewhere. And Ace dies in the tent entry, and Nacho does not. We are an even race now.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we're actually pretty much even. 32 to enter that for Nacho, 32 to enter it for Ace. We are dead heat. As I was saying, though, the game does slow you down while you're in the air. Oh, bonk from Nacho. Ace retakes the lead by a bit.
Yeah, Nacho has to stay slowed to repair, too.
Yep. But it also implements the same modifier on your steering that sliding does for being in midair. Credits to Everalert in chat for figuring that one out today. That's a very new, at least to me, discovery. Now, let's see how the tent entry goes on lap 3. That is still a 112 with a death from Ace, damn.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate unfortunate. We've seen that Nacho like can hang with
Yeah.
a lot of the other better players, but the problem is he's just sloppy. He keeps making errors.
Yeah, there's a lot of unforced errors, specifically in these tighter turn segments.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a matter of bowls being very tricky to control through them. And not sliding enough. You'd think with the amount of Beto practice he's had, he'd be used to these lower traction pods. But low traction at high speed is a whole different animal. Oh, and that's rough landing there. Now. Just still a very solid race out of both of them. The one death from Ace, but this has been a clean one so far. See how Nacho does on this finale, just see if he can keep it relatively close.
He's going out with the stylish engine fire.
Yep, it is optimal.
Burning some rubber off the track.
Looks like we might be getting a gentleman's agreement.
Ooh.
Anakin versus Sebulba on Bunta Classic. We're revisiting the showcase. This is going to be a fun one. This one is one of my favorite tracks in the game. It's up there with Grabvine and Gauntlet, but Anakin Sebulba on it is always entertaining just because both the pods are so bad. Sebulba has either the weakest or second weakest boost in the game. And Anakin is just slow. No other word for it. He handles all right, but his main stat is his brakes. I don't think I need to expand on that one.
But Anakin looks cooler, and that's all that matters.
Oh yeah,
I
really like the design. The claws.
The claw things, yeah.
Oh, Nacho already making a little bit of a mistake. Alright, let's see how they do in this first... I describe it as a chicane made out of hairpins. And it's real tricky. Clean from both of them, and they both get on the upper level as well. Neither of them is able to hold that boost. I think only Neva Key can hold that one because traction. Now this segment is pretty tight. They both make it through relatively cleanly. And Ace is playing pretty solid. Has he actually been practicing Sebulba?
I wouldn't put it past him. He had this all planned.
He didn't need this plant!
Look, man, when you've practiced every track already, practice Sebulba. He knows what the people want, and the people want more matches.
And yeah.
Yes, there are many other tracks that are not Tatooine. Actually, most of them. There's
only two Tatooine. Two.
Yeah.
Tatooine is the only planet, I believe, with two tracks. The rest either have 3 or 4, I believe. Yeah. Alright. Decently clean first lap out of Ace. That's a sub 2 first lap with Sebulba.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done some cool stuff with like sand dunes or something.
Yeah, they could have. But Tatooine's a rocky desert. Most of it.
There were some dunes and stuff in
Return of the Jedi.
Well, Kodor too.
That's not canon anymore.
It was canon at this point, but I don't think it'd
True.
come out yet.
No, it hadn't. This was 99.
They could have done this.
Yeah,
This is canon. They could have done whatever they want.
true.
Ooh,
I don't believe this game is still canon.
Yeah, Nacho is having some trouble in that section.
Yeah. I mean, for my money, that's actually the hardest. That little canyon stretch is actually one of the hardest segments of the track. Ace with a death. This windy canyon section as well is pretty tricky.
See, I've played Kodor, and I honestly forget why Tatooine sucks.
I don't know. Oh, Nacho dying as well. He had an opportunity to make up some ground, but threw it. That's always rough.
Yeah.
Let's see how they both do. Ace did very well through the wide fire segment, and then does pretty poorly on that fire segment. Every once in a while, this canyon can just decide, no, you're on fire and going really far to the left now. Also, there are moments where that sandcrawler can cover the entire track. Ace dying on the cut-through.
Ooh. That's, and then... So
Do not see that one often.
That is definitely the slower route through that.
Yes. Granted, Sebulba is a very wide pod.
Just gotta tilt like the wind.
You didn't just do that, did you?
You're welcome. And Ace does the fire. Just fire again.
Eh. Ace is doing really well through that, or Ace did really well through that tunnel segment, or not tunnel, canyon segment, all 3 laps. It's really hard on Sebulba with how big his pod is.
Yeah.
And with how mediocre his handling is, it's about average, which is bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I've seen, like, with just watching his world records, is, like, he's just really good at turning clean. You watch and go, and then you go, ah, yeah, that's easy. I think I could do that. And then you try it, and you have no idea how it actually happens. It just does not make sense in the game.
Yeah, I've been watching it for a while and playing for a while. It is hard to make sense of some of what Ace does. What all the really top level runners do.
Gets the convenient engine fire again from the ground.
Yeah, the big things with Ace are his turning is his turning is impeccable, and he is one of the most consistent runners of anything that I've ever seen.
And you've seen a lot of running.
Yes. A sub-6 with Sebulba. This was actually very close, though.
I was hoping
this
he would
race.
explode, like, right after the thing.
Yeah.
He was driving straight for the pillar.
Yep. That was an 11-second margin over 6 minutes. That's not bad.
This was pod racing.
Yes. Alright, well, let's get both of these runners into the channel. Oh, never mind. Nacho's way ahead of me.
Surprise.
Yeah, right as I was about to message you guys.
Hello, guys.
Hey,
Hello.
so that was a fun one.
Yeah, definitely, especially the last race.
That was fun.
I just want to throw out that Abyss was a bit of a fiesta.
Oh,
I can
God.
imagine that.
That was a terrible choice. I don't know what I was thinking.
Are you kidding? That was an amazing choice. It was really funny.
Yeah.
You
Did
both
you-
fell to the lower level.
Yeah, I imagined we did.
And you died what did you die, like 2 or 3 times on that lap, Ace?
Yeah, I think I died 3 times on that lap. Once in the penalty lap itself.
It was pretty amusing watching you try to climb up, and the game was just not having it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
game was like, nah.
Yeah.
So I guess that goes to the both of us then. Was that lap 3 for you too?
No,
No,
lap
lap
2
two, I
for
think.
Ace.
Okay. That happened to me on lap 3.
Yeah.
No.
We got really excited for you taking that one, Nacho.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah, I thought when I fell down, I thought, okay, he might actually have this if he stays on top here.
Yeah.
yeah.
You cast and cursing us a lot, Nacho. You'd be like, oh, he's doing super well, and then you just go straight into a wall.
Yeah.
This game has been awful on the caster curse front. I've never had it happen this often.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of commentators' curses.
I think I was giving it to you yesterday. I remember like, oh, he's doing super well here. 1 second delay without fail. Wall time.
Basically. Every time.
But yeah, definitely GG, Nacho.
Yeah, GG, man. Take that one.
It's very fun to
Better
watch.
than the show
Thank
match,
you
too.
guys. Yeah, giving us the rematch.
Yep.
People love lore matches.
Yeah.
Sebulba always wins.
Yep, Sebulba always wins.
Except he lost last time.
But not this
That's
time.
true, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Come on, Nacho, you should remember that one.
Oh, yeah. We took that match 8-1. Because I won that one. It was great. Felt good.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, that was a very nice way to kick off this round. Now, the matches should be getting much closer as the event goes on and people settle into their brackets. That's how Swiss works.
Also,
Yeah, that's
some
just the
people
nature of
get the
Swiss.
format. Learn their other racers besides Ben.
Yeah, that's a big step for a lot of people. There's a couple of us who need to learn things that aren't Bullseye.
And some people need to learn things that aren't bowls. Me.
Yeah. That Bowls was a ballsy pick on Abyss.
Yeah, for sure. I was
That's why I
actually
took a big outlet.
surprised.
Yeah, my take there would have been Mahonic or Bullseye.
Yeah, I probably should have picked one of those two. I need to practice with the other pods.
Yeah, I was about to say,
A
not sure how
lot.
much practice you have on those two. But yeah, that was our round 2 kickoff. Glad to have you guys here. Well driven from both of you.
Do we know
Thanks.
when the next match is
Yeah,
already?
thank you.
I
And thank you
don't
for
believe
commentating.
so. I will check if we have that scheduled.
No, I don't think there's any other match
No.
scheduled yet, but they should be coming in today.
Yep.
At least some of them.
I know Deku and I were talking about our match on Monday.
Sweet.
So
That should be
tomorrow.
pretty fun. Yeah. I'm a little tired.
Yep. People should not be up at this ungodly hour of
Well,
It's
11
11!
Enfro, I believe you're not done for today with Star Wars Race, are you?
Yes. We have more of this game coming at you at currently scheduled for 5:15 Eastern Time. And it will be me and Nacho, who you just saw playing, going at it with an amateur circuit 7-track no upgrades race.
Yeah.
Starting from a fresh file, playing through the first 7 tracks of the game without upgrades.
Definitely a huge difference in pace.
Yes, a small caveat for all of you viewers. The commentary will be in German. So
Yeah, and
that's
if you want
something
to check it out, then check out Speed Gaming Deutsch, the German Speed Gaming channel.
Isn't it
will
just
be on
Speed
the-
Gaming? Isn't it just Speed Gaming DE?
Might be. Yeah, the German Speed Gaming channel, definitely.
Yeah, it
And,
is.
there you can check it out on the marathon that's currently going.
Yeah, I do believe it's live right now.
It is Speed Gaming Deutsch. But yes, that is a marathon. Nacho and I, if I'm not mistaken, will be the finale of that marathon.
Yeah, so we got to put on our racing caps.
Yeah. I should probably actually practice that category. I haven't really played it in 2 months.
I should practice too.
Yeah.
I feel it's very different.
But yeah, that'll be it for us for now. we will be back with you tonight and going forward.
Y'all
Well played to the
enjoy
racers.
the rest of your days. Thanks
Yep.
for the race. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, thanks for coming out to Castfort.
No problem.
And thank you to the viewers for coming out. We wouldn't be able to have this event without you guys seeing it.